You know, people know what they know. They don't know what they don't know. And people are more comfortable with what they've done in the past successfully than what is new to their mindset. Isekutheni-ke njengoba siphuma kukhongolose kuningi esokuthanda bekwenziwa ukhongolose nesingezofuna ukuhlukana nakho simply because that's what we know. But la emkhontweni ithi ngicela sithi ukuthi dig deeper sibuze lokho bese si-comfortable ekwenzeni nesesikujwayele kusize kangakanani ukhongolose usingadlulisele emkhontweni na ngoba kunama-behaviors efesasheka ANC. Asivumelane nga-one basic thing. Umkhonto needs to be different from the ANC. Ayikwazi MK Party ukufana ne-ANC. As much as kukhona ama-values nama-practices amanye sawathatha, but akube ukuthi lawo siwaxilonge kahle sawabona hayi asilungele ukuya phambili. Kungabe ukuthi siwadlulisele emkhontweni nje simply because that's what we are used to. Because some of the behaviors are ANC, they were wrong. Umkhonto has to be different. If beku-normal, ku-acceptable kwa-ANC, ukuthi ama-individuals once ayibiza ANC imlamo yawo sefeyivaleke engakwazi ukuphawula noma ANC so bad asikwazi ukuyithatha leyo normality siyibuyise emkhontweni. Umkhonto to qualify as a true revolutionary movement, it must leave the power with the people. That is why at a certain point Jacob Zuma had to remind ANC members ukuthi amandla semasebeni, because uZuma understands exactly what should the revolutionary movement be. It shouldn't be an NGO with a dictating director who we are not going to oppose. If you oppose, the retrenchment letter will come. Revolutionary movements can't be like that. If you speak about the movements are different from organizations. Organizations may try to be a movement, but organizations can never be a movement, because the movement is the status quo which the masses want to change. That status quo can't be a movement, can't be an organization. It can remain a movement. What is the status quo Black South Africans want to change? Is white dominance, is white privilege, is systemic oppression, suppression, and poverty that is put on them. Those things are forming a status quo we want to change. Then our movement, which is our aspirations, our effort, our political rhetorics, our policy direction propositions are forming that movement now. But it cannot be an organization. So for MK Party to be able to be congruent or to be more fitting in this discourse of transforming the status quo, it has to shape itself in a way that doesn't take the powers from the people who are the owners of the movement. Because the movement is found in the minds of the people. The mindset, the status quo, the mindset in the people, that's where the movement is found. The aspirations of the people, the desires of the people, they exist in their heads, in their spirit, in their soul, in their energy that pushes hard to transform the status quo. Movement is a state of mind, which could be expressed in terms of policy propositions and all that, but it should not be confused with an organization. The MK Party is an organization which seeks to participate in facilitating the movement of liberating the black oppressed. But the MKP itself is not a movement. It is a vehicle of the movement. So once the MK Party starts to take the powers from the masses, wherein the power should be vested, then it means the MK Party will be defining itself outside of the required qualities of a movement. In a movement, people shall dictate what to say, how to say it, where to say it, and what time to say it. People should be able to make their demands in a liberation movement without being silenced, limited, or structured. But now, for vehicles like MK Party, we need now to listen to those people and try to translate people's aspirations, desires into policy propositions that you are going to advance now as an organization. So to silence the people, it means you are taking the powers away from the people. In that way, you automatically become the oppressor, because whoever who takes the powers from the people is oppressing the people. That's a fine line many of us need to understand and do not confuse, because once we confuse it, there will be an issue with us assimilating or emulating the oppressor of the black oppressed without us knowing that you are doing so, or at least with us only partially knowing that you are doing so. A true movement shall never make people feel scared to express themselves. If people want to shout, they will shout in the movement. If people want to join the picket line, they will join a picket line. If people want to block the road, they will block a road to express themselves, because the movement has to be felt. It cannot exist latently. So if we are going now to quickly judge people as anarchists and all that simply because they've expressed themselves within a movement for a specific cause, it means yourself you don't understand what it means to be part of the movement. It is my view that anarchy is one of most formidable skills or behaviors or attitudes of pushing the movement forward. Because if you are going to run according to law, you'll be complying to the status quo. That is why Jacob Zuma had to refuse to go back to the Zondo Commission, which was clearly designed to punish him for standing with the black oppressed. Are you going to say Zuma was an anarchist for refusing and denying the power that Zondo was taking from him? Are you going to call Solomon Mahlangu an anarchist for refusing to let go of the struggle to the point he was hung? Are you going to say Chris Hani was an anarchist for not accepting some of the CODESA resolutions, which he knew they completely derailed us from what we fought for? And if you check all those people I've highlighted, they've defied the laws. They've defied the normal way of doing things because they wanted to make a clear message and impression and put pressure for transformation. In the same level of right, MK Party, you must give to your followers. You must give to your members. Let them shout at us as leaders. Let them complain about us. Let them boycott us sometimes if they feel like we are not doing what they desire. And let it be us who try to shift to their public discourse, to their demands of material conditions. It can't be us, MK Party, forcing people to fit within our laws. If the people are not accepting of any policy in the MK Party, it means that policy has to be revised to fit in the mindset of the society and the desires it is putting forward to us. Can't be any other way around. So let us understand what it means being a part of a revolutionary movement.